shots have been fired at President Reagan.
Did then Vice President George Herbert Walker Bush and the CIA attempt to have President Ronald Reagan assassinated in 1980? Did the CIA program John Hinckley Jr. to assassinate President Reagan to promote George Bush to president? Did you know that the Bush and the Hinckley family were very close? And does this explain why they are releasing him right after Mrs. Reagan passed away? It is very odd that a man who attempted to murder the President of the United States would ever see the light of day, but that is exactly what is happening. This is a story of CIA mind control and the offices of the powerful elite, and it's scary. A federal judge recently ruled John W. Hinckley Jr. will be allowed to live permanently with his elderly mother in Williamsburg, Virginia. John Hinckley tried to assassinate President Ronald Reagan in 1981. He will be released from the psychiatric hospital where he's been in prison for 35 years. Now, Judge Paul L. Friedman of the United States District Court for the District of Columbia wrote in his opinion that Mr. Hinckley, 61 now, no longer posed a danger to himself or others. This is where it starts. Now, he claimed he attempted to kill the president to get the attention of actress Jodie Foster. Now, he was obsessed with her. But some have suggested the CIA controlled his mind and made him do it. The agency wanted their former boss and Reagan's vice president, George Herbert Walker Bush, in the White House. Was Hinckley a mind-controlled assassin, a Manchurian candidate? They point to the CIA's longtime obsession with mind control. The shadow government did not support or trust Reagan when he first ran for president. He was an outsider and not under their influence or control. Did you know that the Hinckley family and the Bush family were meeting the very day that Reagan was shot? The two families were very close, but the press never focused on that critical fact. John Hinckley Sr. helped raise funds for Bush Sr.'s unsuccessful attempt to win the Republican nomination instead of Reagan. If Reagan had died, the oil man's interests would have been served. Both the Hinckley's and the Bushes had made a fortune in the Texas oil industry. Hinckley had previously flown to Nashville to stalk Jimmy Carter, but was arrested at the airport when the authorities discovered 3 handguns in his suitcase. Hinckley was held in custody for only 5 hours. And remember, he was attempting to transport weapons across state lines into a city that was to be visited by the President of the United States. Hinckley was only fined and then released. Prior to the shooting, Hinckley was able to make and receive phone calls from his hotel room, but chose to walk a great distance and wait by a public payphone every day for contacts. After the assassination attempt, the FBI suppressed nearly all information about Hinckley. Now let's talk about the Secret Service. But first, please subscribe and be a part of the Rogue Underground. Thanks, Kitty Cats, for giving the Conspiracy Files subscribers a name. The Secret Service started the day by telling the president that he did not need his protective vest. Reagan's limousine did not stop at the Hilton Hotel entrance as it should have. Instead, the driver pulled forward 40 to 50 feet, forcing Reagan to walk in the open. According to security protocol, the Secret Service should have formed a diamond around the president, yet in this case, they formed a file to the right, leaving Reagan and his party exposed. The presidential limousine driver was supposed to take Reagan to George Washington University Hospital, since it was the closest, but instead made their way towards Bethesda Naval Hospital, which was much farther away. After realizing the president was coughing up blood, they changed their minds and went to George Washington University Hospital. What do you think? Would the US really release a presidential assassin? Please let me know in the comments below. This is Citizen Rogue and the Rogue Underground signing out.